Hello everyone. Today we are going to study stereoisomerism. Stereoisomerism is isomerism due to presence of different groups in three-dimensional space. Normally, we are having two types of stereoisomerism. First one is geometrical isomerism. In geometrical isomerism, isomerism is due to different geometrical structure. Compounds having same molecular formula but have different spatial arrangement along a multiple bond or in a plane. For example, if you are going to consider olefins, compounds containing double bond, and best example is here we are having this butene 2. In this case, both methyl groups are along the same side of carbon-carbon double bond. When we are going to rotate this carbon-carbon bond, we can have another structure where these two methyl groups are across this double bond. First case, this is called cis form, cis butene, and this one is across trans butene. Cis means on the same side, cissoid, and trans means transoid. Transoid means across. Here both methyl groups are across carbon-carbon double bond. Here both methyl groups are on the same side of carbon-carbon. You can have cyclic compounds also. Let's consider you are having 2-methyl 1,2-dimethyl cyclobutane. Here you can have another 1,2-dimethyl cyclobutane. In this case, both methyl groups are in the same plane. Here both methyl groups are in opposite plane. This one is cis, this one is trans. Therefore, easily we can say that geometrical isomerism is due to different orientation, different place of similar groups. If they are on the same side, it is cis. If they are on opposite side, it is trans. Now we are coming up to next stereoisomerism. That one is optical isomerism. Before studying optical isomerism, we have to remember certain things. First one is monochromatic source of light. Monochromatic means the source of light which emits radiations of single wavelength. But actually there is no actual source of monochromatic light. However, for practical purpose, sodium vapor lamp is considered as source of monochromatic light because sodium vapor lamp emits two radiations of wavelength 5890 angstrom, lambda 1, and lambda 2, that one is 5896 angstrom. Here wavelength difference is very small, due to which the sodium vapor lamp is considered to be source of monochromatic light. And other source is laser light. Laser light also emits same wavelength, similar wavelength, single wavelength. Now, in optical rotation, optical isomerism, whenever you are having any compound which rotates plane polarized light towards right hand side, the compound is said to be dextrorotating. Dexter means right or clockwise direction. And when any compound rotates plane polarized light towards left hand side or anti-clockwise direction, it is LEO. Dextro is normally represented by D or plus. Dextro. Rotatory. Here, compound rotates along clockwise direction or towards right hand side or right. And LEO rotatory or minus. It is represented by L or minus. LEO rotatory. Those compounds which rotates plane polarized light towards left hand side are anti-clockwise direction. Now we are coming up to plane polarized light. Normally when you are going to observe normal white light, it vibrates along all possible directions. But when a slit of this normal light is allowed to pass through Nicol prism, here this one is Nicol prism. Then incoming light vibrates along perpendicular to the axis of plane. And this is called plane polarized light. Whenever the compound to be observed is kept in the path of this plane polarized light, depending on the nature of that compound, this plane polarized light may change towards right hand side or towards left hand side. If it is like that, this is anti-clockwise direction, L. And if it is like that, D. Dextrorotation. This is how, and this optical rotation is normally measured by polarimeter. This is a special equipment known as polarimeter. Polarimeter. Polarimeter is hollow tube of normally 1 decimeter or its multiple, and whenever you are having this plane polarized light, let's consider this is plane polarized light. This light is coming from any source, and here you are having polarimeter tube. In which compound is kept, and here eyepiece is there in which observation is carried out. In that case, only 3 cases arises. Either this plane polarized light comes directly and it has no any change in rotation. That one is either mesoform or optically inactive. But when this plane polarized light is found to be rotated along anti-clockwise direction, it is L or minus. And if it is observed that it has been rotated towards right hand side, it is dextro, D or plus. Now we are coming up to some examples. Normally, optical rotation is due to presence of chiral carbon atom. Chiral carbon atom. If you are having methane, let's consider. In methane, all carbon hydrogen bonds are equivalent. But when you are having any compound in which this carbon is attached to 4 different groups, here A is there, B, C and D. These are 4 different groups. Then this carbon is referred as chiral carbon. Chiral carbon means asymmetric center. Here there is no symmetry, but in this molecule there is symmetry. In asymmetric molecule, due to presence of chiral carbon atom, compounds are capable of rotating plane polarized type. Just observe example of lactic acid. Lactic acid. This is lactic acid. Now we are having a mirror and its mirror image will be like that. Here, when you are going to observe lactic acid molecule, traditionally it is like that. We have to write the most oxidized carbon atom at the top of the paper. Considering that molecule, this carbon chain is penetrating the plane of paper, and then we have to observe the molecule. And 4 different groups which are present at this chiral carbon atom should be viewed according to their increasing atomic number. Here, first one is hydrogen, then carbon, then oxygen. Here, atomic mass of carbon is greater than hydrogen, oxygen is greater than. Therefore, we can easily observe that when you are going to observe this molecule, viewing from the top, we are moving towards clockwise direction. Therefore, this is dextro-rotatory lactic acid, D or plus lactic acid. And when we are going to observe this molecule, it is anti-clockwise direction. It is L or minus lactic acid. When we are having equal amount mixture of both, then externally compensation of optical rotation of dextro and leo will be taken together. Therefore, that mixture will have 0 optical rotation. There will be no optical rotation. That one is called racemic mixture. Racemic mixtures are equal amount mixture of dextro and leo rotatory compounds. Same one can be observed in tartaric acid also. Now, let's take an example of tartaric acid where 2 achiral carbon atoms are there. This here we are having 2 asymmetric centers. This is tartaric acid. When you are going to observe this molecule, here clockwise, here anti-clockwise. It means here internal compensation of optical rotation along the both chiral carbon atom take place, and therefore this molecule, this form of tartaric acid will be optically inactive. But when you are going to observe, let's consider this one. Here, this is clockwise rotation. This is D form. And again, mirror image of this, when you are going to have mirror image, it will have structure. This is anti-clockwise. This is L or minus tartaric acid. This one is dextrorotatory, this one is leorotatory, and this one is having zero optical rotation. This is called mesoform. MESO, mesoform. Mesotartaric acid, dextrotartaric acid, leotartaric acid. Now we are coming up to enantiomers. Enantiomers. Now observe the dextro and leo. They are mirror image. But when we are going to superimpose this molecule, leo over dextro or dextro over leo, they form non-superimposable mirror image. Any pair of molecules which form non-superimposable mirror image are called enantiomers. Therefore, D and L, tartaric acid, are enantiomers. But when you are going to observe meso and D or leo and meso, they are not mirror image at all. Therefore, they are called diastereoisomers. Diastereoisomers. It means those pairs, those stereoisomer pairs which are not mirror image at all are diastereoisomers, and those which are non-superimposable mirror image are enantiomers.